Hello. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to whatever the fuck this is. Woo. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. We're reunited here today, hopefully to finish Here's Frontline 2. So on that note, let's get that over with and open the game. That voice was called Crazy Clown, which, you know what? Sure, whatever you say, voice mode. There was, you think, a 4 will return. Grinding is running too. Oh yeah. Just like in the previous days, we're just gonna jump straight into the game as soon as it finishes opening, because we got no time to lose. Technically, I only have like 6 notes of main story and then like the extra stuff, which may not sound like much, but these notes have been getting insanely long, so you know what? I'm not gonna risk it. Hello, hello. I jinxed myself because I was like, what if one of my most wanted characters ever comes out right after AK-15? People were like, she won't just get 15 without worry. Then the person I extremely want is announced for the next character after 15. It do be like that sometimes. Yeah, better not risk it, because there's also, you know, the combat nodes do have story and everything, so yeah. That not only took 45 minutes, what do you mean long? Yeah. Anyway, let's go. You had to full pity Rossi? Oh, I got her in like 30 pulls. Future contents are getting longer. I mean, yeah, we're going back to the long ass story events. Back to our roots. Though not entirely, because I mean, if we were going back to our roots, they can't really. Given how Gears Running 2 is, they can't really go the Gears Running 1 route, in which you'll have like four stages and like 20 notes of a story. Ooh, gameplay in my weapon novel? How dare you? Oh yeah, Hakuya, how far is he? It has to wait until last minute. I try not to wait until last minute. Now it just happened because there was a Sunday that my sister asked for the day off at her work last week. And I was like, time to sleep the entire day. As you do. Still around 1.5? Sheesh! You are just in time for peak. To handle the cipher? Oh, I barely do the side stuff anymore. Every now and again I'll do it, and then I just won't. And that's we're done with the dailies. Yippee! Just please give me pools, I need them. I need the collapse pieces. Yeah, like I'm on the same boat now, so I might try to rush some of this stuff. But at the same time, it might just not happen. Nice. Yeah, I got a farm for Liney. Yeah, I don't have much either. I wanna see where's the No, I'm good. I have this and a dream for when Laney drops. But anyway, no time to lose. Swipe is the way? No, never. I don't know how many Doritos I have. Let me just quickly check. I can probably get a few extras too because I have some 4 stars. Okay, we have quite a few Doritos. With the bullshit luck you had for the last couple of pulls. I mean, Alba left me in shambles. But then Mastina came pretty quickly. I lose 50-50, but in that same pool I still pulled Void twice, and nice. You know, you lose some, you win some. But yeah, let's go. Not for the name, for the currency Doritos. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know who started using it, but it just spread. And I'm like, yeah, sure, Doritos. Managed to get my Mastina to be 3, only failed 50-50 once. Nice. Because we are gamers, exactly. But yeah, let us go. Let us continue this journey. Which 3? The journey of life does not come with return tickets. Ominous. Oh, okay, we're back to this woman. Inject me the Dorito collapse fluid. That's a good question. What if I got the banner character but at the same time get an off banner in the same pool, but the off banner was the second one? Does that count as a 50-50 loss? Yes. It happened to me. So yeah, it actually does. If it's the second one that you got, it does count as a 50-50 loss. So basically for the next banner, you have the guaranteed 50-50. Anyway, Chiloveig.
The brain is such a wondrous thing. The more you stimulate it, the higher its threshold becomes. Until eventually no stimulus can provoke it at all.
Huh.
She's like me now.
What are you doing? Chiloveig rolls up her sleeves, showing arms covered in scars. I heard the name before I read it and I'm like, oh no.
Which is why, Dr. William, I want to experience death. I want to know the faint tremor carried by neurons before death. The serenity and transcendence brought by endorphins at the moment of death, and the changes that occur when brainwave cease entirely afterward. Can you help me fulfill this wish?
Chiloveig sits up from the operating table. She spreads her fingers, examines her palms, then the backs of her hands.
Nothing seems different. I was expecting something more interesting.
From the shadows, the other person coldly hands her a pistol.
Try it. Oh, Dr. William, you really did operate on me, didn't you? This isn't some kind of con, is it?
Oh, he grew up. What, are you afraid?
Afraid? Of course not. I've long cared your great reputation and your astonishing experiments. I'm only worried I won't be able to record the sensation.
After a moment of hesitation, Chiloveig's face lights with excitement. She takes the pistol. She looks around into the chamber and presses the barrel to her head. Of course she's insane.
How exquisite. Through this rite of passage, I shall venture into a realm unknown to humanity. Those who have gone before all remain in the past. Only I have earned the right to return. I will carefully record this sensation. It is a domain no one has ever touched. In the near future, I will found an entirely new science. Come, sweet death.
Chiloveig kicks her chair lightly and turns to face the doctor.
Nirvana? What is that? A place where life and death converge. There will be many things there that interest you. You are a true genius. I believe you can find your way there. Oh? You know me so well. Tell me, why do you want me to go to Nirvana? If it's as wonderful as you say, why don't you... I have my own reasons. If you refuse, I can find someone else. No, don't be angry. I'm merely curious. Do not be curious about what you cannot control. Curiosity kills a cat. Very well. So, how do I get there? I will help you find the key. But the path itself, you must discover on your own. So I need you to visit someone. Someone who has been there before. At last! At last! I've done it! I've reached this convergence of life and death. After 10 whole years. What a magnificent feeling. I can sense something flowing, washing over the folds of my cerebral cortex.
My virtual pair is the middle of his plant getting ruined, and also he was like a teenager back then. Now it's been 10 years. Chiloveig opens her eyes. The world around her suddenly distorts, twists, and loses its original shape. Then it recombines into an entirely new and strange landscape. Oh! Her senses blank out like a television without signal. After some time, new perceptions awaken. You can see the sound of springs, hear the color of the world, and reach out to touch thoughts you have never imagined.
But this is Nirvana. It's so magnificent. When I live here, I'll write 5 entire papers describing my experiences.
Chiloveig walks forward. A great gate suddenly appears before her, blocking her path.
I see. This is only the entrance. What must the world beyond look like? How thrilling.
She reaches out. Let me hear that again.
You have no right to enter.
Chiloveig turns. A girl in a long dress stands there, her gaze cold and hollow. Oh ho ho ho!
Who are you? You do not need to know. Leave this place.
Chiloveig fails to realize what stands before her. She stubbornly steps forward, closer and closer to the gate. But the distance does not shorten in the slightest.
What's this nonsense? What is the meaning of this? Let me in! There must be so many exhilarating, terrifying wonders beyond the gate. Hurry, I can't wait! I am a true genius. Far smarter than that fool who keeps calling herself a genius. If you let me in, I will uncover the essence of life and death and truly change this world.
That little laugh.
What's so funny? Knowledge is a curse. Talent is a curse. You don't even understand that. You do not see as clearly as the Orphelon you despise. Ooh. What? You've got to be kidding me. I worked so long, used my brilliance to manipulate her, and finally reached this gate. My wish is within reach. How could I possibly be inferior to that idiot? Because from the moment you tried to peer into your own fate, you lost the right to enter this gate. Everything you have done has no meaning. Lost the right? What do you mean? I am immortal now. I have achieved what no human in this world could. I clearly have more right than anyone to enter Nirvana. Hey, answer me! You are not immortal. You are merely a pitiful coward who dares not face yourself.
The voice and the gate before Chiloveig vanish. She searches frantically, futilely, and eventually collapses to the ground. Also, I just noticed the blue butterflies.
How? How could this be? All my efforts mean nothing. Impossible.
Chiloveig remains seated there. After a minute, or maybe 10 years, she finally gets to her feet.
That's fine. This is only a minor setback. I have achieved immortality. Time no longer constrains me. So in the future, I will have many, countless more chances. Yes, why should a trivial setback trouble me? Even geniuses stumble.
She's coping so hard. Chiloveig laughs softly and turns around. But at some point, another figure is already standing behind her.
You! How did you get in here? This is the path I found, you infuriating fool. Get out! Ah, I've seen this place. What? Why are you the only one who gets to see it? I understand now. I finally understand everything. You stole the knowledge I obtained from the relics to open this path. Of course I have the right to enter. You use it to fulfill your childish wish, and left me to bear all the bloodshed and sin. And now you even want to kill the only person who has ever tried to stop me.
ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEE
step. So I have come to set everything right.
What does that mean? What that mean? She's the chosen one. Oh yeah. Hunter 3. The hunter's eyes are as keen as a wolf. Incredibly game choice for that moment. Oh yeah. I don't like where this is going either. I have so many questions. So many doubts. How many fears? So many fears! Beneath Liv, Chiloveig's laboratory has already been reduced to ruins in the fierce battle between Igla and Voimastina. Igla's wings stir up vortices like raging storms with every flap. Voimastina weaves between them, like a ship sailing against wind and waves. Yo, it's like the new Pokemon game. Wind and waves. She has little ammunition left, so every shot must strike the greatest threat before her. She refuses to waste a single bullet unless absolutely necessary.
Voimastina, above you.
At Grosso's warning, Voimastina leaps upward and grabs onto Igla's raised wing. Perhaps because she still lacks precise control over this body, the mutated Thirjan doll's massive hands sweep through the spot where Voimastina had been, grasping nothing but air. But Igla clearly senses something clinging to the edge where bone and flesh meet on her wing. With a casual shake, she flings Voimastina straight into the glass wall behind her. The reinforced glass shatters under the impact of Voimastina's heavy frame. Her body and the shards fly backward together, tumbling across the laboratory floor until she slams into the wall behind, leaving a massive crater before finally stopping. Igla then lowers herself toward the shattered glass wall, searching through it for Voimastina.
She did that on purpose. This is bad. Voimastina's in trouble.
A gigantic hand thrusts into the laboratory room. Though the lighting inside is dim and Voimastina's exact position cannot be seen, it is obvious that Igla has grown thoroughly irritated by the doll buzzing around her like a relentless bee. She intends to trap Voimastina inside the lab and eliminate her in one decisive move. Though the cramped space prevents the tendrils on her body from functioning properly, it is like sealing a bee inside a jar. After that, she only needs to capture it at her leisure. To avoid detection, Voimastina presses herself against the wall, lightening her steps as much as possible. She dodges the massive hand sweeping and grasping for prey, making her way toward the laboratory doors. The doors have no handles. The two automatic sliding panels are sealed tightly shut. Voimastina tries to pry open a gap with her fingers, but the sim offers no leverage to force them apart.
Coldly, see if you can open the door from the outside.
Goldner bolts up 3 levels in quick succession, reaching the area outside Voimastina's room. After inspecting the door, she discovers a biometric device mounted above it.
Leader, it's a biolock. Should I hack it?
Grosso's visual model logs onto Voimastina's location. The massive hand has already forced her into a corner, leaving her almost no room to maneuver. Voimastina could fall into Igla's grasp at any second.
There's no time. Use force. Voimastina, I'm planting explosive on the wall about 1.5 meters to the right of the door. Detonation in roughly 30 seconds. Can you hold?
I can. The lights along the suspended gangway flicker erratically. Even as she speaks, Goldner pulls explosives from her pack and starts ringing them. In the shadows beyond the wall, Voimastina moves with agility that defies her imposing build, slipping aside once more and narrowly avoiding the searching fingers. 20 seconds. 10. 7, 6, 5, 4. Just before the explosion, a faint sound comes from beneath Voimastina's foot. Unknowingly, she has been driven back to the very crater she created earlier. A loose chunk of brick rolls underfoot, and in her cautious retreat, she steps on it. Igla's hand suddenly stops searching. The scene erupts into chaos in an instant. We must see as gunfire, the explosion of the charge, and the thunderous sweep of Igla's hand across the lab floor resound simultaneously, turning the once silent underground facility into a boiling maelstrom. Right before Igla's fingers make contact with Messina's frame, the latter's assault rifle spits a burst of fire. Surprisingly enough, the bullets knock Igla's massive fingers away. Blood splatters across the walls, staining the white surfaces a horrific crimson. Who's howling? Ahoo! A wail of pain echoes from Igla's throat. Maddened by the injury, she thrashes wildly, tearing through the lab's corners as blood smears across the ground in long drying streaks. When Mastina seizes the moment and slips through the breach blasted open by Courtney.
Igla's enraged. Igla's enraged. Courtney, we Mastina. We may have to confront her head-on.
It's fine. Reinforcements are almost here.
What? But we still haven't been able to reach Monsoon.
Before Mastina can explain, Courtney's oriel shout rings out from the distance.
Leader, bad news! A huge swarm of elites have been stirred up. They're charging this way. We don't have the manpower or ammunition for a frontal fight. Avoid direct engagement and focus on escape.
You know that's not what I'm gonna do in gameplay, right? Hey, Irma!
Commander, changes in the combat situation require the dispatch of specific dolls for certain battles. The designated doll has already been deployed, but you can substitute her if you have already obtained her.
Oh, we got a story press of those. But I think my Grossa might be stronger. Not sure about my Courtney though. Yeah, I mean my Courtney is also better. Oh, there are still units available for deployment. Who do we? I can still bring Boy Mastina and Kluke, so you know, I feel like there's gonna be much of a difference. Yeah, they should do this more often for the story. Okay, evacuate or evacuate or eliminate. Either or. Yeah, in WoW, if you playing the story, usually for trials and stuff, they just give you characters. And Enfield, they kinda do the same. Not to the same degree, but you know, they still do it. Do your thing, Vector. Can I reach? Oh, I do. And now you all can just... While I do this, look who's there. more interesting than doing stages. Look at my cat. Look how chunky he is. Look at this chunk. Look at this massive lad. Leave Chungu's gut reaction, exactly. He's a big boy. Having 4 screens at once. What do you mean? Alright, let me hide my cat because the stage is gonna end. Get that gameplay out of the way, I'm trying to see the cat. For next stage, I'm just gonna full screen my cat. Who cares about seeing me play? I'm playing on normal anyway. Seeing my cat sleep is more interesting. Under Grossa's covering fire, Coldplay and Mastina break through the encirclement. The three regroup atop the platform. Even though Mastina's ammunition is exhausted, she remains unstoppable with melee weapons and hand-to-hand combat. But the frenzied Igla is not something the three of them can handle lightly. Having lost 2 fingers to Mastina's gunfire, Igla roars as she destroys everything around her. Brick and debris rain down in showers. With a thunderous crash, one of the columns supporting the platform is severed by Igla's vine-like tendrils.
It's collapsing. Jump to the opposite platform.
The three sprint at full speed. Mastina leaps first, with Grosso right behind her. With Courtney, limited in her smaller frame, is just a fraction too slow. Oh, down she goes! Coldness fingers scrape across the platform's edge, as she plunges dozens of meters downward. Beneath her, a massive ellis claw upward, while vine-like tendrils carpet the ground. Mastina, who has already reached the opposite platform safely, stops short and spins around, sprinting back toward the edge. She swiftly evades the tendrils slashing toward her, then leaps towards something flying through the air. Oh? Leaps towards something flying through the air? Oh? Collapsing epiphyllum. She blooms for a moment and then sinks into eternal slumber. Hey yo! Bro! Bro! What the fuck, that was a jump? Ace combat and armor core, yeah. When Mastina's communicator crackles with the voice of a familiar man. Is that her boy? Is that our boy? Or one and only Kevin? The Razor himself? Oh shit, it's Jerry! He has a voice! And it's exactly as I imagine him. The man, the myth, the legend, Kevin. Now we need melee, please. How is it, Mastina? Not bad, right? Took your sweet time, Kevin. Well, sorry. It's Nelly's first time building something like this, so she wasn't exactly quick about it. It takes up the entire screen. Anyway, make good use of Dr. Shaw's final legacy. When Mastina secures the power armor around herself, engaging the thrusters mounted on it, she dives rapidly downward and catches Courtney by the arm. With a light swing, she hurls Courtney back up onto the platform. Then, with a foreless sweeps, she drives back the surging elites and clears the obstacles before her. At the same time, Cross's communicator finally receives a response.
Miss Grossa, finally! Diane, where are you? It's chaos outside. We sensed something was wrong and moved to the ground, be sure. Monster Squad has secured the evacuation route. All members are positioned above the underground laboratory, awaiting your orders. There isn't time to evacuate just yet. We're still waiting to hear back from the commander. But there's something else I need you to do. Boy Mastina, how can we best assist you?
When Mastina activates the scanner of her power armor, it synchronizes perfectly with the Wi-Fi system within her frame, pushing it to maximum output. This is the invention of Samantha Shaw, the creator of Task Force DeFi. Through the Wi-Fi system, when Mastina clearly sees every vein and blood vessel coursing through Eagle's massive body of flesh. She sees bodily fluids flowing quietly within, and beneath the enormous outer shell, she sees the true form hidden inside. Her true form is in there. I'll get close and kill the one inside. You just need to destroy her visual system. Can you do it?
Of course. Courtney, Monster Squad. Our objective was to disable the enemy's visual system and cover Boy Mastina's approach. Commencing operation.
Oh yo, this music? Holy fuck. That camera work was insane. Eagle the beautiful butterfly versus Terminator. I really love the work the monster designers do. Wait, maybe my scene is better. Diane I don't have. Faye just runs in saying I'm here too. I too am in this episode. It's voiced!
All units, proceed along Route A.
Understood.
Let's begin. I'll get rid of everything in your way, Commander.
Next stage battle? Oh, okay. That can just go wild then. What are those?
Are these collapse crystals?
I can't believe there are actually collapsed crystals in the white zone.
They're here too. Will the commander be alright? I'll think of a way to destroy them.
Groar. Very loudly.
All units be advised. Large amounts of collapsed crystals have appeared nearby. It's very likely they'll have a negative influence on the region.
That thing's on the move too. Be careful, everyone. Yeah, Meshti is just vibing. I can get rid of them though. Is nobody going to say hear me out? Are you going to say hear me out? Why do you need to wait for someone else to do it? No one is brave enough. Is there no one brave enough, really? Usually we always get someone. Not even Suni? Suni, where are you? Oh, there's PCU. Who wants to be the first? Okay, hear me out. There he is, my man. Hey, Juancho. Okay, we're listening, Juancho. One must be brave enough to handle the big girls. Alright, do something, Diane. She's almost dead. Oh, no damage. I see how it is. I understand. Oh, it doesn't target the thing. Such. I assume that now I can get her. No, not yet. Can I not get her yet? Or do I have any other crystal that I have not broken? Oh yeah, just a survive. Let's just whatever then. Let's just do it. I haven't seen her ult, I think. Oh yeah, no, I saw it once. But anyway, let's move now since all I gotta do is survive, I guess. They won't let me kill the boss. Oh wow, it froze. Oh, there we go. Okay, I need to survive another turn, and I still don't do damage. Okay. I'm just moving them around. Except you. Is it over?
Boy Mastina, up ahead.
I can barely say anything during the cutscenes. There's just so much going on. Cinema. Pile bunkers are just the coolest thing ever. Your Honor, it's peak! Yeah, in the cutscene, it really shows how big it truly was. Grosse was just out of farming there, yeah.
Eagle's true body is dragged out from the monstrous shell by Boy Mastina and flung to the ground. The blood-soaked frame of the Thirtian doll crashes violently onto the already ruined floor, sending up clouds of crimson dust mingled with debris. Eagle's mind seems to clear with the brutal impact.
Oh, hey, Igla, how you doing? She's not doing fine. I wish we saw the tossing of Igla's body, but also it was peak to see her just like raising her by the neck.
She struggles to rise, as if determined to fight away Mastina one last time.
You've lost.
No.
Not yet.
A bullet from nowhere pierces straight through Igla's core, and she falls backward. Her scattered hair drifts like thin morning mist, dissolving into the dawn of her life.
All units, stay alert.
As everyone scans the surroundings warily, a drone of unknown affiliation suddenly approaches. The dolls raise their weapons in unison, aiming at the incoming machine. After a tense standoff, it does not open fire. Instead, it hovers in midair and extends the grappling claw beneath its fuselage. The claw hooks onto Igla's frame, then it ascends rapidly, vanishing from sight.
Do we pursue? The commander and the others are still inside. The situation may be dire. We move deeper into the laboratory and prioritize rescuing the commander.
Okay, so they just took Igla, sure.
Persica!
Well, Persicaria, but you know. Yeah, we're probably, I mean, they took her, so that means we'll probably see her again at some point. No new toy for dear, nope. Princess's Dream. It feels like a dream, yet also incomparably real. Thank you for the hydrate. I shall drink some more. Yo, look at this icon! It's a wolf! Hold up. Oh my, did you see me? Interesting. Interesting line. Interesting CG! Interesting CG. There's two wolves inside you. Oh no. Hey guys. Hey guys. Who recognizes this?
Her eyes snap open. It feels as though she has just awakened from a long and terrible dream. In that dream, someone tries to lock her away and subject her to some kind of experiment she cannot understand. The laboratory in the dream is deep and cold. A woman named Chiloveig stands there, laughing madly. But she forces herself awake. As long as she wakes up, that dreadful dream will not become reality.
And it just says hair.
Did you go out again? It's so boring being alone without you here.
She stares blankly at the complicated writing on the whiteboard. Teacher has already told her this is knowledge, part of the structure of the world itself. Teacher says that once she masters this knowledge, she will truly be able to leave this place. But now she just can't bring herself to care. She searches every room, but teacher is nowhere to be found. Although she has been told not to wander off, curiosity gets the better of her. She wants to go outside and look. Without realizing it, she walks out of the manor and arrives somewhere unfamiliar.
Oh, it's teacher's laboratory.
She reaches out and touches the green field before her. To her surprise, as her hand moves, the surrounding plants begin to sway as commanded. Vines become musical staves, and green leaves turn into dancing notes upon them. She waves her fingers and savors a long-lost sense of freedom. Like a fairy, she darts through the green expanse. There is no wind here, no light, no sound. She runs for a very, very long time, yet never feels tired. Only when her vision blurs into a vast white emptiness does she realize she has reached the edge of this place. To her surprise, a small girl stands there, looking lost. She has never seen anyone here besides teacher. But she possesses knowledge. She immediately comes to the realization that this little girl must be human, just like teacher. So she tries to speak.
Oh ho ho, we come full circle.
Hey, want to play together? Who are you? I don't have a name yet. But you can think of me as a human who lives here. I've stayed here for far too long. So, I want a playmate. Will you stay and play with me? So the world you live in doesn't have crepes? No. But I've read about them in the books teacher gave me. You've already read about them? That's really sad. Then why don't you come to my house? I can treat you to crepes in all kinds of flavors.
What the girl just said seems to have suddenly reminded her of something. She leaps to her feet.
Oh, I have to go back. I'll get scolded if I make teacher wait too long. I had so much fun. But now it's time to keep my promise and send you back. You really won't consider coming to my house? This is a world without even crepes. I can't.
Her expression suddenly turns serious, a startling little orphelune.
If I leave this place, I won't be able to send you home. Just like in that dream. I can't let your death become real.
Orphelune tilts her head, not quite understanding. But it no longer matters. In the next instant, the world before Orphelune begins to collapse, dissolving into blurred patches of color, until all that remains is a bottomless abyss.
I hope we never meet again, my dear friend. Am I dreaming again?
Elena cannot tell what is real and what is a dream. Just now, she remembers playing somewhere with a little girl for a very long time. She taught the girl many things and was invited to eat something called crepes. Was it really just a dream? Or did it actually happen? Elena does not know. But now is not the time to dwell on it. She is lost. She has to return to the commander as quickly as possible. Elena gets to her feet and runs on and on without stopping. Here, she does not seem to grow tired. Even after running for a long, long time, she sees no one.
Where has everyone gone?
Just as confusion begins to set in, Elena is startled to hear voices in the distance.
So I have come to set everything right. That's not possible. Nirvana has already been opened. No matter what you do, life can never return to what it was. Those who died will never come back.
Orphelune does not answer. Her face draws closer until Chiloveig can see her own reflection in Orphelune's pupils. Chiloveig instinctively tries to flee, but no matter which direction she runs, she always returns to Orphelune.
Don't bother. I told you, this place operates under my rules. You are only an intruder. What are you trying to do? Put an end to all this and restore the world to its original state. Including the paradox you should never have touched. Immortality. Immortality. Elena has heard that word before.
Orphelune and Chiloveig turn at the same time toward the little girl who seems to have appeared from nowhere.
It's you! The Cavitas The Cavitas experiment test subject. Elena, designation O43. No, that's impossible. You were consumed as the key. How can you still be here? You're still as scary as before.
Elena instinctively hides behind Orphelune. But when she looks up, he seems to notice something.
It's you. You've become a grown-up.
Another encounter.
So that's how it is. So you're the reason I survived back then. I'm sorry. I did something that hurt you. It's okay. Even though I don't know what happened. But Helena also had a lot of fun.
Orphelune turns to Chiloveig.
She remained here because of me. I came here because of her. Chiloveig, only your presence is unnecessary.
Look at this TG, damn!
You want to experience death, yet you refuse to pay the price. But now, all you have gained is false death and incomplete immortality. You... Who told you these things? I told you. You used my knowledge. Which is why all your secrets are laid bare before me. When I look at you now, it is like a compiler examining the genes she has written. No matter what traits those genes express, she can trace them back to their code. You understand that feeling, don't you?
Orphelune smiles at her. Chiloveig knows she is referring to her creation of O43. But she no longer has any desire to speak. Because no matter what she says, it is meaningless before Orphelune. All she can do now is tremble and await her judgment. But Orphelune does not address her again. She turns to Elena and smiles.
Sorry to have kept you waiting for so long. This time, it's my turn to send you home. No! You're coming with me too. This time we can go eat crepes together. No. Elena, you understand, don't you? 10 years ago, 10 years ago, I saw what I should not have seen. I was never meant to leave this place. But because of you, I became blessed, the fortunate one who was allowed to return. You bore my sin for me before. Now it's my turn to repay it. I don't understand. It's alright. You simply have not yet realized the importance of the selves who can hear your voice. When they all return to one, you will understand. When that time comes, you must protect that person. Only then will you have a chance to continue the world's future.
Oh no! Oh no!
A door appears behind Elena.
But you're not coming with me? I have seen the true future. I cannot go back anymore. Go. The commander is waiting for you. I'll tell the commander everything. Everyone will remember you.
ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEE forget everything that has happened here. Because this is not the real world. But that is fine. As someone who has committed such a grave sin, she does not deserve to be remembered. After watching Elena leave, ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEE turns to Chiloveig. He takes her trembling hand.
What are you doing? Do not be afraid. Whether you seek immortality or death, at the boundary between Nirvana and reality, both wishes can be fulfilled. Didn't you want to become one of the blessed? Only one sacrificial lamb needs to remain here. But what?
She sounds so scared.
You must also pay the price for transformation. That is the path every blessed must walk. Come.
ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEE Hand in hand, ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEE Everything slowly fades away until only emptiness remains.
Damn, okay.
I finally regain consciousness.
Into the void they go.
How did you get out? On our way here, the vines supporting this place were gradually disappearing. So we destroyed the experimental apparatus and rescued Miss Elena.
I lower my head and see that the tank containing Chiloveig's brain has lost its connection to the plants. It has fallen to the ground and shattered. The brain is slowly necrotizing and turning black after being exposed to the air. Beside me, Mastina, encased in mobile armor, easily lifts me and sets me on the armor's shoulder. Alva and Kuke, who were struck by the data search earlier, are gradually regaining consciousness as well.
That's good. Everyone's safe. This place is about to collapse. I must get you out immediately. No, wait. Where's ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEEEE? She was right next to me. I'm sorry, Commander. We only found you. But ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEE was definitely with me.
Gross and Boimastina exchange a silent glance.
指揮官そのオルフェルーネって
I knew it, I knew it.
誰のことなの
This Orphelune you mentioned. Who exactly is that?
何
I fucking knew it!
I look at Gross in confusion. She has been at my side ever since we had to leave. There's no way she wouldn't know who Orphelune is. Could something have happened out there just now? Something that damaged their neural data? I turn to Alba.
アルバあなたはどうなの
Alba, you didn't see Orphelune either?
いえ知らない名前です
Orphelune. I have no memory of that name at all.
どうなっているの
What is going on?
But the urgency of the situation leaves no room for such pondering. We have to move.
あなたたちは先に撤退して私はもう少し探してみる
You all go first. I'll look for her again.
間に合いません
There's no time.
Boimastina glances at the radar.
生き袋が来ています
Those elites below are catching up.
Even here, in the deepest chamber of the underground lab, I can hear their distant roars. The shrieks grow closer, as if they will tear through the walls and reach me at any moment. But
ダメ彼女を一人ここに残すわけにはいかない
No, I can't leave her here alone.
指揮官仮に死んだとしても遺体は回収したい
Even if she's dead, there should at least be a body.
I search frantically for any sign of Orphelune. But just as Grossa and the others have said, I appear to be the only one here.
生き袋到着まで残り2分です
The first wave of elites will arrive in 2 minutes.
諦めたくはない
I can't just give up like this.
みんな悪いけどあと5分稼いで
Everyone, please hold them off a little longer. Buy me 5 minutes.
ボイマスティナここを一周して
Boimastina,
ルーネを探したい
take me around the lab. We'll search for Orphelune.
はいお願いボイマスティナ
Boimastina, please.
無茶な頼みなのは分かっているけど
I know you don't agree with this, but
分かりました
I understand.
Boimastina offers no objection, no trace of dissatisfaction. She simply stares straight ahead with unwavering resolve.
みんな指揮官のために時間を稼いで
Everyone, let's buy the commander some time.
生き袋は真下8時方向
The aliens will approach from directly below us,
実験室から
from the corridor at 8 o'clock, and from the laboratory at 2 o'clock.
一匹たりともこの部屋に入れないで
Do not let them enter this room.
Man! Man! Correcting things that should have never happened. Look for the rapier. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, got it. Yeah, it's her sword.
Seated on Mastina's armor, I circled the entire underground laboratory. But ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEE
Commander, we have to leave. How can this be? ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeee
hoping for a reply from somewhere. No one answers.
More and more elites pour in, and the underground laboratory is on the verge of collapse. We must, Tina, take the commander and leave immediately.
We must ignite the thrusters with our world, and the armor leaps into the air. A piercing alarm echoes throughout the lab. Chaos erupts around us. The ground trembles violently, rubble cascading from the shattered ceiling. Though her armor looks heavy, Mastina maneuvers with remarkable agility as she evades the collapsing walls. Suddenly, a metal beam crashes down from above, hurtling straight toward us.
Hold on tight.
Mastina pushes the propulsion module to its limit. I feel as though I'm clinging to the wing of a jet. The air is slicing across my face like blades. I grip her arm tightly. One slip and I'll be thrown into the red lit abyss below. Bury alongside the elites beneath live.
We can't dodge it.
Just as the beam is about to crush us, Mastina twists the armor 180 degrees and catches it with her other arm. The impact rings out with a deafening clang, and a visible crack splits across the armor. I know that if she were alone, she could have avoided it easily. But to shield me from harm, she chooses to take the blow herself. The armor plummets for an instant, then I hear the thrusters roar back to life. With a violent heave, Mastina hurls a multi-ton beam into the abyss. System warning, left arm damaged, sensor failure, shooting 8 offline. The warning blares through the armor. I look at Mastina. Her face remains expressionless, yet the rapid flicker of orange light reflected across it tells me how grave the situation is. Rubble continues to rain down. The elites below surge upward in reckless pursuit. The armor darts like an arrow through the falling debris. But the earlier impact has clearly dulled Mastina's responsiveness. Several chunks of rubble fly toward us. Without thinking, I draw my pistol and shatter one mid-air. 2 more pieces slam into the armor's head with a dull thud.
Mastina, are you alright? Left visual module. Damaged.
She mentioned earlier that the armor's visual system is connected to Task Force DeFi's exclusive Wi-Fi. One of the key advantages that sets DeFi apart from ordinary dolls. If the visual system is compromised, her firepower is severely reduced. While fending off elites trying to leap into the armor, my man races for a way to get us out alive.
Grossa, can you reach us? You need to ascend another 50 meters. Commander, can you coordinate with me? Of course, what do you need? Visual system and targeting assistance are offline. I'll have to aim manually. I need you to be my eyes. Your eyes? But the accuracy will suffer. I trust you. Then how could I possibly refuse?
The armor continues swimming at full speed. Through the violent air currents, I lift my head and begin calling out targets.
2 elites towards the lab. Bearing 000, elevation 30 degrees, distance 20 meters.
Messina fires precisely according to my callouts, shooting them down. Seeing her accuracy steadies my nerves.
Second platform, bearing 210, elevation minus 5 degrees, distance 35 meters. Directly below, vertical angle 30 degrees, distance very close.
She keeps firing as we near Gross's extraction point.
Front left. Too late.
An alien leaps into Messina's leg as her body drops sharply, morphing and swarming into the armor. I glance upward. We're less than 10 meters from the extraction point.
Almost there. Increase thrust. Alva, catch the commander. What?
Before Alva can respond, Messina's arm dips. Suddenly, I feel weightless. With all her strength, Messina hurls me out of the alien-infested laboratory. Alva rushes forward and catches me. Her strength absorbs most of the impact. We roll across the ground before coming to a stop. I look down into the opening. Messina is nowhere in sight.
Grossa, get ready. Be prepared to strike with Messina at any moment.
Almost a minute passes. Still no sign of her. But I refuse to believe she will fall so easily. I refuse to believe Messina will go down like this. A thunderous explosion roars upward with a powerful blast of air. One detonation follows another, as if something has ignited the sewer gas below, reducing Chiloveig's entire research facility to ashes. Alva throws herself over me, shielding me from the searing shockwave, but I no longer care. I turn toward the opening, waiting for something, anything, to emerge.
There she is!
At last, a familiar voice crackles through the communicator. As the heat dissipates, a battered suit of armor rises from the opening and stumbles onto solid ground.
I'm sorry, Commander. I had to detonate the underground laboratory to stop the elites from spreading into Liv. So it was necessary to deliver you to safety first. But then, we'll have no evidence left to prove Paradeus' crimes. It doesn't matter, Commander. Your mere survival is the most crucial evidence. Enough to shake the...
Alva steps closer and lowers her voice.
But... Commander, trust us. Trust that there are still people working to contain the relics. You? You mean...
That's a name I did not expect to hear! Hola, Actec! That is a name I did not expect to hear. Old Misha.
Alva nods.
If that's the case, why claim you are no longer affiliated with StateSec? It's true that we have formally severed ties with the government. That is an undeniable fact. But like you, we have also accepted an agreement. Only the terms differ. Task Force DeFi is no longer merely a special operations unit. For the past 10 years, we have been searching for and forging a new meaning for that name. We cannot tell you everything yet, But one day, when the time is right, we'll have the chance to tell you the full meaning behind the name DeFi. That's enough personal talk. Back to the matter at hand. Commander, given your unique status, difficult days may lie ahead. But remember this, Task Force DeFi will always stand at your side, just as we always have. Just as Anja once did. I look at Alva in confusion. He offers me a calm, unwavering smile and says nothing more. In that fleeting moment, I am reminded of the commander they served 10 years ago. The one who truly made the name DeFi an irreplaceable symbol. The sun rises once more over Liv. The long night has finally passed, giving way to a dawn that stirs both awe and sorrow. The vines that once spread wildly across the city have vanished. Survivors stare at the ravaged street in confusion, as if unable to comprehend what has transpired. But the ruined buildings and shattered infrastructure stand in silent testimony to the night's events. Commander, Monster Squad arranged an evacuation route while you were engaged. Next, we will... Danya's words are cut short by a heavy mechanical hum, followed by running footsteps and the rumble of armored vehicles. In the next instant, dozens of targeting reticles log onto me and my subordinates.
Not this fucker again!
Commander, it's been a long time.
A familiar voice speaks from behind me. It's Javier.
How the fuck does he just show up? Old bastard. I love Javier, he's such a fucker. Let me... Oh yeah. He knows your Google Maps. Oh, I guess it counts as that, yeah. All right, back to reading. Now it's just a story and a story. Sheesh! They did request us to leave earlier. I mean, yeah, they did. Nidhogg protocols again? No, please. The curtain falls. The curtain falls, but the show is nowhere near over. Commander, it's been a long time.
I turn around. Javier walks toward me from behind the ring of gun barrels aimed at my head.
Mr. Javier, what is the meaning of this? My apologies for reuniting with you in such a manner. Leave has now been fully taken over by the Non-Military Forces Administration and the Central Army Group of District 7. To ensure an orderly evacuation of the residents. Rest assured, the civilians have been evacuated. These messy matters have merely been contained to the vicinity of the UR Group's headquarters. What about the contamination from collapsed particles? Collapsed particle contamination?
Liv is a white zone city, clean as can be. I glance at the surrounding soldiers. None of them are wearing protective masks, and I see none of the intermittent green haze that accompanies particle dispersal. What is going on? In any case, Commander, we finally have time to discuss your situation. My situation? Paradeus has nearly hollowed out Lee from beneath, and yet you come to question me? Is this how the URNC government presents itself? Calm down. We have no intention of accusing you of anything. However, we do require a reasonable explanation for your presence at such a sensitive scene, given your questionable status. I would very much like someone to explain to me why Paradeus, which should have collapsed 10 years ago, is still conducting large-scale relic experiments beneath Liv in broad daylight. Why are you so certain that Paradeus is behind this incident? Commander, if you have evidence, you may hand it over to me now. I will give you a satisfactory result, just like old times. Mr. Javier, if we were truly like old times, you will never have people pointing guns at my head at a time like this. Nor will you require me to present evidence before you agree to investigate Paradeus. Javier casts a thoughtful glance at the soldiers around us, then returns his gaze to my face. He waves his hand. The soldiers lower their weapons. Commander, trust is mutual. What do you mean? Through surveillance footage, we discovered your presence at the summit hosted by the UR group. You appear to have proper contact. You appear to have improper contact with certain individuals there. Certain individuals? Whom do you mean? For example, the primary suspect in this incident, and the head of Project Eden, Mr. Oleg, the current CEO of the Girard Group, who we have never met. Oleg? Oleg Girard? What are you talking about? I never even... Wait, the head of Project Eden? Who? Oleg? Indeed. Although he is merely a puppet pushed to the forefront, that does not mean he is as innocent as he appears in this matter. Subsequently, we find you at the activation site of this experiment, one capable of destroying all of Liv. Javier's lie is so clumsy, it feels like an insult. I have never attended the summit, nor have I met Oleg. The one who made contact with him was Kruger, and he died afterward. He does not even mention ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEEE It is entirely consistent with their style. And yet, something is off. Though I have had no direct contact with him for 10 years, from our prior communications and this meeting, I know Javier has not changed much. He is skilled at twisting facts and spinning unofficial truth for public release. But when dealing with me, someone who knows the inside story, he will not treat the other party as a fool. He will offer appropriate bargaining chips instead, making refusal difficult. Forcing fabricated facts onto me and coercing compliance is not his style. In that case,
What about Orphelune?
それは誰なんだい
Who?
Javier's expression barely changes. For an old fox like him, that is hardly surprising. But the confusion in his eyes is genuine. He does not know who Orphelune is. He does not know who Orphelune is, either. Just what is going on? It is as if no one but me remembers that Orphelune ever existed. Recovering Elena and investigating the truth behind Project Eden were tasks personally assigned to me by Mr. Kruger. So whether it was contacting the head of Project Eden or infiltrating Paradeo's underground laboratory, it was merely... Commander, I understand your actions. But from the brass's perspective, none of that is important. What matters is that you overstepped. Although you stopped Oleg from initiating his evil plan, just like 10 years ago, you did something you should not have done. And just like 10 years ago, I am here to remind you and to help you. As long as you hand Elena over to me, all of your suspicious activities in Leave over the past 2 days can be wiped clean. Mr. Javier, the mission I received was to deliver Elena to Nonfa. I can take care on Kruger's behalf. Then have him tell me that himself. He is unwilling to play the villain. As you see, being the bad cop falls to me again. But deep down you know it. My demand is the demand of the non-military forces administration. Do I know it? I want to know what you intend to do with Elena afterward. Can you truly honor your previous promise that she will merely serve as a piece of evidence against the UR group? Of course. Mr. Javier, can you swear on your honor to guarantee Elena's safety? Quiet. I detect a brief hesitation in Javier's tone. To someone who knew and worked with him 10 years ago, that fleeting pause is telling enough. Another pleasant-sounding lie, is it? Commander, I do not wish you to put you in a difficult position, but... Is that him? Javier, let me speak with the commander. Behind Javier, a soldier hands him a communicator. Javier frowns, clearly displeased, but still raises the device before me. From the communicator, that cold voice sounds once more. I look at Javier. Perhaps because of the man speaking through the communicator, for the first time in all these years, he cannot meet my eyes. In that instant, I understand everything. John, you aren't see. Yo, hold on. That voice drop. You finally showed yourself. Earl. Look at this fucker! Let's keep this brief. Commander, regarding that question from 10 years ago,
She looks even more punchable, yeah. I will give you one more chance to answer. Tell me your choice. In return, everything you desire can be granted. Including this Elena you have mentioned repeatedly. I can place everything behind this matter under your responsibility. The hedgehog or the fox? Which do you choose? I choose neither. 10 years have passed. And you have not matured at all. He actually looks so disappointed, it's crazy. It is precisely because 10 years have passed and nothing has changed. I now understand your lies more deeply than ever. Only this time, I'm not running away. This is about realizing the world I envisioned. Earl, your idea has strayed from the path. A flawed process will never produce a just result. How arrogant. Yes, I agree. And to achieve my goal, I will stop at nothing. Then in my view, you have already made your choice.
From the communicator, the Earl issues his final command.
I urge you to reconsider. Do it.
The soldiers around us raise their guns once more. Javier turns his gaze toward me and strikes the ground sharply with his cane.
Proceed. Yo! No one should trust the Earl, honestly. What a combo, yeah. Cinema. Oh no, the last one before we do the side story. It's only the one from it's only the ones from part 2 that have a story, right? Or is it all of them? Only part 2? Okay. Only part 2. Excellent. Thank you, thank you. So let's finish this and then we can do this 4. New script. Oh. How should their story continue? The investigation into the serious violent incident that occurred in Lviv 3 days ago has now concluded. According to the military, a group of terrorists, accompanied by several unaffiliated armed dolls, engaged in a fierce firefight with the army in the city center, injuring multiple soldiers. After reinforcements arrived, the armed dolls began withdrawing by helicopter. It is reported that during the evacuation, the suspected leader of the terrorist unit, believed to be the commanding officer of the doll force, was seriously wounded, yet still managed to escape. The military has since sealed off the city's main entrances and exits and launched a citywide sweep. The investigation also reveals that on the eve of this incident, the group triggered a smaller-scale violent disturbance in satellite city LVE-13, though it was quickly suppressed by local security forces. Authorities have released identifying features of the terrorist leader and urged citizens to report any relevant information to the police immediately.
Growing my teeth against the stabbing pain in my abdomen, I sit up, switch off the radio broadcast. When I look down, I see blood faintly seeping through the gauze. Rosa notices that I am awake and quickly comes to my side. Commander, you're finally awake. How do you feel? Does the wound still hurt? It's fine. I press a hand against my abdomen, hiding the blood from Rosa's view. Good to hear. Mei has been working overtime for 3 days straight and has finally completed maintenance on everyone's frames. The Monsoon Doll's frames suffered the most severe damage. They may need certain core components replaced. We originally planned to resupply at the nearest maintenance station in our purification zone. But given the current situation, I can only contact Polunitsa to procure some substitute parts. Right, sounds like a plan. I didn't expect those soldiers' aim to be that bad. That bastard Javier. I recall the scene. After Javier struck the ground with his cane, there was a subtle shift in the soldier's eyes. I seized that moment to have Monsoon's squad deploy smoke grenades. We boarded the helicopter sent to extract us amid the chaos, though I still ended up taking a bullet to the abdomen. By the way, how are Alba and Waymastina? They've gone out to scout. Right now, both law enforcement units and bounty hunters are searching for us. To think that bounty hunters like us will one day become the bounty ourselves. I see some people dislike Javier a lot, but don't realize he's kind of on our side somewhat. I mean, yeah, Javier is one of those complicated characters that you never truly know whose side he's standing on. But like, he does help Commander as much as he can, but also, you know, he gets in Commander's way at the same time. Like, you know, he will try to stop him, but it's like he won't go out of his way to kill him, to kill Commander or anything. Because he either likes us or just knows we're useful, or a mix of both. So it's like, you know, he was the one that used Kalina to track down Commander in Frontline 1 and capture him. Even though Commander was kind of planning that. And now he shows up again and it's like, oh, sorry, Commander. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, he did something to either signal Commander that something was going to happen so that you could run. Or it was a signal to the soldiers to not shoot lethally. He's kind of his own corner, yeah. He's in his own corner, but he's not, like, you could say, I guess, quote-unquote, truly evil. I guess you could say Griffin. Because, I mean, Griffin will not hesitate to kill us. Like, he tried to use us. Then, you know, he tried... I think Griffin's respect got to the point in which 10 years ago he kind of lets us go. But now clearly he's like, okay, you're gonna keep getting on my way. You just have to be dealt with. So he's very great. Yeah, I love him. Anyway, back to reading. I let out a sigh and flopped back into the bed as if surrendering to fate. Rosa gently passed my hair to soothe me. Grossa, there's something I need to ask you. What is it?
could you gather information about the Orphelune? The one I mentioned.
一体何が起きたのか。
I want to know.
実はもう調べてあるんだけど。
Actually, I really looked into it for you. After we returned.
結果は
What have you found?
自分で見た方がいいわ。
You should see it yourself. Rosa hands me a few thin sheets of paper.
これだけ？
That's all?
ええ。それで全部。
Yes, that's everything I could find. I skimmed through the documents. It is clear that Rosa has made every effort to collect what she can about Orphelune, but the contents are sparse. Because Orphelune's personal history is nowhere near as rich as I remember. The very first line of the file bears a piece of news that left me stunned. Orphelune Girard, the only daughter of Oleg, current CEO of the Girard Group, tragically perished in the Frankfurt incident 10 years ago. I had considered many possibilities.
そんな。
No way. But this so-called fact far exceeds anything I imagined. I stared at the line for a long time, unable to calm my thoughts. Suddenly I remembered the words spoken to me 10 years ago during the Frankfurt incident by the girl named Lunacia. And the many other words she showed me. The countless possibilities woven together by threads, steered by blue butterflies. Nirvana.
そうだ、指揮官。
Commander,
実はもう一つ。
there's one more thing. Rosa seems hesitant.
どうかした？
What is it?
メッセージが一件。
Do you have any message?
それを開けていいのか。
I wasn't sure whether to patch it through.
メッセージ？誰からの？
A message? From whom?
暗号化されているからわからない。
It's on an encrypted frequency.
だから安易に開けていいのかどうか。
Considering our circumstances, I didn't dare connect it lightly.
わかった。転送して。
Understood. I'll handle it. I asked Rosa to leave the voice message with me. After she leaves, I stare at it for a long time. A few minutes later, with a soft beep, the message begins to play.
指揮官様、
Oh,
リーナです。タイミングが悪いのは分かっています。
I know this isn't a good time, but I wanted to reach you as soon as possible.
したかったので。指揮官様はテロリストなんかじゃありません。
Commander, you can't possibly be a terrorist.
私は無実を信じてい
I
ます。
believe you're innocent.
私にできることがあれば、いつでも連絡してください。
If there's anything I can do to help, please contact me immediately.
ご飯の件も。
You promised you'd let me choose the restaurant. A sudden burst of chaotic noise and hurried footsteps cuts through the recording. Counselor Kalina, your actions have seriously violated the UNSC's highest military law. Lay down your weapon immediately and raise your hands. No! No! The message cuts off abruptly.
カリーナ。ジラードグループ。
Oh, we're back with this fucker.
やっと手に入れ
The final legacy of the Girard Group. In our hands at last. Silverman admires the Stygian doll suspended before him with satisfaction. He hangs in midair, limbs fixed by precise metallic arms, at a nail to an invisible cross. Igla's torso is opened, revealing the intricate structure within. Several data cables wind out from her exposed chest cavity, connecting to surrounding receivers. The only part of her body that can still move, her eyes roll widely, as if searching for something. Her vocal model is already damaged, and only garbled syllables escape her. She remembers too?
She's asking where is she? Where young mistress? Love leave the AU. How is possible Igla still remembers her? Nirvana things. Honestly, she might not even remember her exactly. Maybe she just has the memory of like she had a young mistress or something. But I guess we won't know anytime soon. But also, you know, since third-gen dolls are made with weird technology, who knows? Maybe she does remember. I forgot to shut off the vocal module.
Zimmerman presses the button. Igla falls silent.
Are you satisfied with this gift? Oh yeah, right, she was used as the budium that they needed to connect to Nirvana, so it probably goes something through there that she remembers. So yeah, Nirvana shenanigans. You have not disappointed me, Mr. Zimmerman. From this point onward, FAPN shall be our close strategic partner. May your partnership be fruitful. Did that point also happen in this timeline? There was no collapse radiation here. It might not have, but you know, it's like Commander kind of deal, you know. Commander was still there. Commander still remembers everything from, I guess you could say, the original, quote unquote, original world they were in. So Igla will suffer a similar situation. But clearly something still happened that left her all damaged. I mean, there has to be an explanation in this, I guess you could say, in this timeline of how she ended up like that, though it might not be what, quote-unquote, actually happened. Anyway, let me hear this voice again. Mr. Zimmerman, you seem to be in an excellent mood today. Indeed, a rare occurrence. Archive all the board documents. You may leave afterward. Understood, Mr. Zimmerman. I'm listening. I'm like, I know this voice.
Zimmerman exits the opulent and spacious office, leaving the secretary alone to diligently organize the files. A short while later, she places the last document into its folder, closes the cabinet, and dusts her hands off.
Oh, hold on. What a busy day.
At the headquarters of the Orla conglomerate, a woman who appears to be a secretary finishes her day's work and stretches. He then picks up the phone and dials a number.
Oh my, I didn't expect you two to get home so early today. What would you like for dinner? How about filet mignon with borscht? Alright, I'll throw in your favorite escargot too. I've finished all my work for today, so I probably won't need to stay late. Just wait for me at home.
After hanging up, she sighs helplessly. She sits back down and begins typing briskly on the keyboard.
まったくもういつも心配させるんだから。
Those two really are a handful.
彼女からか
I knew it! Was it her?
指揮官絡みの面倒事は何とかしてくれるって。
She said she will handle the trouble we caused by helping the commander escape.
怒られると思ってた
I thought she would be angry.
相手が指揮官だからなのかもしれない。
She isn't. Perhaps because it concerns the commander.
あるいは組織からはお咎めなしになったからか。
Or perhaps the organization has decided not to pursue the matter.
指揮官を守るのも私たちの任務だから。
After all, protecting the commander is one of our missions.
任務がなくともそうしていた
Even without a mission, we would have done the same.
そうかもね。
Perhaps.
ただ指揮官とコンタクトを取るタイミングが
But we did initiate contact with the commander.
組織の計画よりもだいぶ前倒しになってしまった。
Way ahead of schedule.
その方がいい
It's for the best.
指揮官には私たちが必要だ
She needs us.
パラデウスは強い
Paradeus is strong.
10年前の失敗はパラデウスにとってそんなに響
The
か
setback 10 years ago doesn't seem to have shaken its foundation.
この状況を作ったのは狐とハリネズミの
The current situation is not merely a contest between the fox and the hedgehog on the surface.
裏に潜む大物たちの駆け引きこそ
Behind them lies a struggle between the tiger and the elephant.
私だってそういうのは嫌い
I don't like this either.
けど私たちも武力以外の戦い方を
But faced with such a tangled
今
situation,
後の変化につい
we
て
must learn to wield weapons beyond guns.
さあ自ら指揮官の前に現れるなんて思わなかった
Still, I certainly didn't expect the heir would personally step in against the commander.
組織がいてくれなければあっちもそう簡単に引き下がらない
If not for the organization, they likely will not have relented so easily.
わからないな
I don't understand.
全部計画のうちじゃなかったのか
That was outside your plan?
Alba falls silent briefly. She's not accustomed to nor skilled at navigating conspiracies and schemes. Fortunately, she once had a close partner, a true master of the craft from whom she now draws inspiration.
今後どうなるかはわからないけど誰も予想できない展開の方が私たちに
I don't know how things will unfold from here, but the more clear the waters, the more advantageous it is for us.
相手はすでに切り札を切っ
Most importantly, now that they have played their trump card,
たなら私たちの切り札も
it is time to play ours as well.
現れるはずそれまでには少し大変なことになる
But before that, we may have to endure a difficult period. Seeing the look on Mastina's face, Alba smiles gently.
だよねそういうのはとっくに慣れている
Yes, Mastina. We are already used to it. Alba looks down at the document on the desk, her gaze mild and tender. She murmurs softly, her trust in that person apparent in her steady voice.
頑張ろう指揮官希望が見えるその瞬間まで
Hold on, Commander, until the day when light prevails.
Hey, yo! I have not listened to the song, so... Oh, look at that concept art. That's so cool.
When the last night's falling, the gold melts in desert in despair. Left behind the world of silence, and no one I tried to see. Why do I walk towards to the end of nameless tears dropping? I hear it praying from ashes, though. What can I offer to give who doesn't know hopes? I can turn back and pretend I am blind.
We're so back! Aha, the after credits. Also a classic. Oh yeah, they didn't use the full version. We're so back.
The shadowless lamps in the operating room blaze with a blinding glare. Chiloveig feels a wave of dizziness wash over her. Every joint, every muscle, every bone in her body throbs with a strange and unnatural pain. And yet, she's still alive. No, that is not right. Is she truly alive? This body, is it really still her own? No, she cannot make a sound. Nor can she sense anything tangible. Her body feels unbearably heavy, yet at the same time as though it's floating in a void.
Oh, you're finally awake. It's been so long since I performed this kind of operation. I thought I had failed. To fish out that last remnant of consciousness from the sea of death and pour it into this new frame of yours, that is no easy task. Take your time adjusting to your new body. Now, tell me everything you saw in Nirvana. Every last detail.
Meanwhile, ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEEEEE does not know when she awakened. She has returned to this place, strange yet overwhelmingly familiar, but she cannot remember how she arrived. Her last memory is of merging with Chiloveig into the deep sea of the torrent of consciousness. Just as she had surrendered herself to the descent, someone reached out and caught her. Who was it? That memory has already scattered like drifting smoke. Now she feels as though she is still floating in the deep sea, rising and sinking with soundless waves. She senses light filtering down to the surface above, shining upon her, warm and viscous. Could she continue sleeping like this forever? ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEE feels that it is time for her to awaken. So she opens her eyes. Her vision is blurred, as though some strange lens covers her sight, rendering the world warped and distorted. The only thing she can see clearly is the reflection cast upon the dome-like ceiling above when she lifts her head. She stares at that reflection in disbelief. It's her.
Ayo? Ayo? I think we're dehydrated. I saw this bitch with a blue butterfly who was mocking me. Real. We all know who caught her. Should we listen to the full song? I want to read the story first. It's peak. It's peak. Now let's check these side things. There's only those 4, right? Yes. It's cinema! It's so good, oh my god, it's so good. We are so back, guys. We are so back. We got cutscenes. We got DeFi, we got Eldritch Horrors beyond human comprehension. We got politics. We got old men. We got credit songs. We're so back. We have ending songs. Does that mean the Scar Sisters can return? God, I wish. Beyond the stage. Another story is playing out beyond the stage. Let's see. She could be revived as a third gen doll on the initial enemy. That would be cool, actually. Oh, we're at the hospital.
After hearing the engaged tones through the communicator, Lena spaces out for a while before numbly ending the call.
Oh, but these are not voiced.
She did it again, without saying a word. She just went off by herself again, without telling me anything. But this time, I'm not going to stand around waiting like an idiot. I need to do something.
Kalina clenches her fists, the after effects of falling for that trap in the city haven't fully faded, and her head still aches faintly. However, she powers through it with sheer will and forces herself to get up before changing out of her hospital gown. Two Nalpha guards are standing watch outside her sick room. Kalina makes up an excuse to get them out of the way, then surveys her surroundings, ensuring that there's nobody around to see her. But right as she's about to head outside, her communicator finally rings again.
Kalin?
Hold up.
Lena and I are here to the hospital. The evacuation of Liv has begun and it's a madhouse out here. Stay in your room and don't wander around. We're coming to get you. I'm fine. This place is still safe for now. So focus on helping Nampha to organize the evacuation. I'll meet up with you at the safe house. Kalin, are you hiding something from us? Why do you say that? You're planning to go it alone again, aren't you? I do want to confirm some things, yes. Kalin, you should know by now that this is a secure internal channel Lena and I made for 404. You don't have to worry about being overheard by anyone else. So, what's this big secret that you can't even tell us?
The line is silent for a moment. Kalina closes the door with a click, then heads over to a secluded corner of the sick room.
I want to help the commander. What? You want to help the commander? What happened to her? I don't know. But just now, the commander told me to delete all my comm logs with her. So I strongly suspect she's going to do something dangerous by herself again. That's why I want to help her. But Kalin, your body. I know. You don't have to tell me. But I am not going to watch the commander walk into danger again while I do nothing. I swore I'd face this sort of thing with her. Together.
Lena laughs helplessly. Is Lena listening in also, or is this a typo? We shall see.
Looks like you're determined to do this. I take it that nothing I say now can change your mind? Yeah. Right, fair enough. Still, there's no reason for you to hide that from us, you know? You do know our commander has no name or identity in the system, right? Were you seriously planning to try and track her down in a big place like Lib, all by yourself? When she contacted me earlier, I managed to pinpoint her location. Oh my, you really were going to look for the commander all on your own. Kalina sighs heavily as she realizes the unspoken meaning of Liva's words. Listen to me, Liva. What I'm about to do is most likely going to violate non-fast confidentiality regulations, as well as various URC laws too. With the powers that be decide to conduct an investigation, what happens to me is one thing, but I don't want you to end up. Ah, so you do know what's in store for you after all, don't you? But Colin, have you forgotten? The only reason we've been joined Alpha in the first place is because of our personal relationship with you and the director. We're here to help you, not the URC. Surely a situation like this is when we can truly shine, right? But if the commander and I end up as wanted criminals after this, you'll become illegal dolls too.
Like, that's new.
Illegal dolls. That takes me back. You do remember I was using as a frame until recently, don't you? That's hardly law-abiding behavior. Right, we've just arrived at the hospital. Liva's gasp of surprise is accompanied by a shrill alarm going off inside the hospital.
Emergency, your attention please. Unidentified lifeforms have breached the hospital perimeter. Emergency response measures have been activated. All staff are to cease their duties immediately and evacuate along their designated routes in an orderly manner. Medical personnel are to assist mobility impaired patients in their care and prioritize the evacuation. Security personnel are to assist them. Please remain calm, do not push or shove, and follow the fluorescent signs to the nearest exit. We repeat.
Liva, what's going on out there? The hospital PA systems are saying there's been a breach by unidentified lifeforms. Does that mean? Yep. Elites. But Liva's a seat in the white zone. How could they... I believe all this is related to what the commander was telling you just now. Unfortunately, we don't have time to figure out exactly what she meant. Our current priority is to evacuate you safely. Monstrous roars can be heard through the comm channel, coming from Liva's side. Used to be, you would only hear things like that in the yellow zone. Lena, prepare for battle. Got it!
Just another day for 404. Exactly. Let me stretch. Easy.
Kalina, are you right? Are you hurt? I'm fine. Let's leave the hospital, then head for this location ASAP. My last contact with the commander placed her at that location. Lena, analyze the coordinates Kalin sent us. Okay, leave it to me. As Lena analyzes the coordinates, the alarms inside the hospital grow increasingly urgent. Orderlies and nurses rush to help their patients to the emergency exits. Some of the patients in question were in the middle of surgery when the alarms were triggered. Their procedures were suspended and they were wheeled out of the operating theater after receiving only the basics of emergency care.
It hurts. It hurts so bad.
Please hold on a little longer. We'll administer pain medication once we get to safety. A nurse pushing a gurney races past Kalina and the others. However, one of its wheels suddenly seizes up, sending it careening down a flight of stairs.
Look out!
Or rather, it would have, if it was for Kalina rushing over and grabbing one of its side rails.
Let me lend your hand. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Kalina holds onto the side of the gurney and helps guide it to the emergency exit. However, the nurse is followed by more medical staff helping patients evacuate. They're coming from all directions and they all flood into the corridor where Kalina is standing.
I'm sorry, but we only have a space for severe cases. Why don't I help you move? Bless your heart, young lady. Hey, isn't anyone going to help me out there? I paid a lot of money for a top-class ward. I deserve a top-class treatment. Hey, you over there. You're a doll, right? Get over here and get me out of this place.
Oh yeah, that's gonna work wonders for you.
Nima looks up and glances coldly at the man. However, just as he finishes speaking, a gurney rushing out of an operating theater crashes into his wheelchair and sends him flying. The wheelchair spins several times and comes to a halt, teetering precariously at the edge of a wall. It is then that Kalina realizes the man on the wheelchair has lost both his legs. But before she can think about the matter in detail, a heart-rending scream from behind draws her attention.
Make way, please, everyone. This lady's about to give birth.
Oh, of course.
We need to get her to safety ASAP.
Just then, another, more frantic alarm comes in over the hospital's PA system.
Once again, this is an emergency announcement. Unidentified life forms are currently closing in. All medical personnel, please evacuate your patients to the designated safe areas ASAP.
However, the loudspeaker's announcement is swallowed up by the clamor in the background. All it does is blend with the background noise and add to the babble of voices around them. The hospital security does their best to maintain order. However, they were clearly too used to peace, because the sudden outbreak of chaos leaves them at a loss for what to do next.
Miss Calling, I finished analyzing the coordinates. I cross-referenced it with a local map and uploaded it to the comm channel. According to the map, the commander's last known position was near a research building owned by the Girard Group. So, are we heading out?
As she takes in the chaotic scene before her, Kalina finds herself unable to decide immediately. She has waited 10 whole years just to find the commander's trail again. She would like nothing better than to rush to her side right away and face whatever is coming with her. Even if that means plunging into hell along with her. But the massive, monstrous silhouettes of an elite burst into the hospital building, accompanied by the sound of breaking glass and its ferocious roar. The security guards try to return fire, but their efforts are futile. In an emergency like this, their lack of combat experience means that they do little more than serve as appetizers for the monsters.
Let's put that on hold for now.
After a brief silence, Kalina takes out her handgun and takes aim at the elite.
Niva, Lena, we'll focus on protecting and evacuating the civilians. As for the rest, we'll worry about it later. Yes, ma'am.
Aww. Kalina, let me go get water now. I need water so badly.
Alright, GP water. That is in the white zone, it's more likely than you think.
Oh yeah, the Stasi took over Beasting system. Sorry, I was so focused on the story that I didn't read much. Alright, next one. Anything different? Bag your CG.
Everyone, make way, please. I am Counselor Kalina from Nonfa. Until corporate security troops arrive, I will be taking charge of this evacuation. All combat-capable personnel, hold back now and prioritize evacuating the civilians. Avoid engaging the elites as much as possible.
Kalina didn't need to emphasize that. These ordinary security guards have no chance of surviving a direct clash with elites. However, Kalina's leadership means that their formation isn't as sloppy as before. As they cover the orderly withdrawal of the patients, they also manage to avoid needless casualties.
Lena, sit rep. We got 5 or 6 unknown hit sources near the hospital. 3 of them have been visually confirmed as elites. Half a dozen. Can't believe there are so many out there. Looks like this isn't an accident. No wonder the commander said all that. Kalin, the human guards won't last long. If their defense line breaks, the elites will run riot through the building. It's not going to be pretty. Kalina, the other enemies on the perimeter are coming over. They're elites too. Got it. Liva, Lena, from now until the evacuation is complete, I am lifting all restrictions on weapon use in the White Zone. So go out there and kick their asses. Looks like I'll be getting a proper workout. After all, I haven't been in a proper fight ever since I changed over to this new body. I'll work with Liva. We'll be the best pseudo combo ever.
Of course you will.
Does this Stasi ever exist? Oh yeah, it shouldn't. I mean, I don't know.
Can't say no for sure. Okay, so now there's only this guy over here, I think. Yeah. Easy.
Almost done.
Kalina looks back at the almost empty hospital lobby and puts her gun away. In front of her, Liva and Lena are wrapping up their battle with the elites.
The evacuation's almost complete. You guys had better run for your lives too.
As Liva addresses the hospital guards, she studies the elite limbs scattered across the ground. These men are lightly armed and barely qualify as combat capable. They look at each other, then nod to Liva and Kalina before beating a hasty retreat.
If these elites manage to reach a hospital in the middle of the White Zone, the outside must be absolute chaos. We can leave the rest to Nonfa.
Liva stretches and then heads over to Kalina.
Say, Kalin, since the people Nonfa sent you to take over the scene haven't arrived yet, you have a chance to do what you want to do. Yeah.
Kalina nods.
Lena, send me the map and those coordinates from just now.
Oh no, children crying!
The faint sound of a child's crying filters its way over from a corner on the hospital lobby. Kalina looks for the source of the voice and finds a trembling child hiding behind an ornamental plant.
Hey, kiddo, why are you still here? Where's your family? Pixies. I don't know where mommy went. There, it's alright. Mixes will take you to a safe place.
Kalina takes a quick look around. The hospital's evacuation corridor isn't closed yet. She just needs to bring this key to the underground holding area and hand her over to the workers there. After that, she'll have enough time to go find the commander. With that thought in mind, she bends down and takes the girl's hand.
Come on, let's... Liva, I Your imaging shows we still have mobile heat sources. What?
Liva immediately realizes something is wrong somewhere. The small guns used by the security personnel don't have much in the way of stopping power. It's entirely possible that hitting an elite in its vitals might not have been enough to finish it off. However...
Kalin. Behind you.
There's no time to turn around. Kalina scoops the girl into her arms, operating entirely on instinct. He doesn't have time to see what's behind her, only to roll aside, aiming for a piece of cover. The ponderous report of a sniper rifle's discharge fills the air behind Kalina. The alien staggers back, a gaping hole in its head, before crashing to the ground completely motionless.
Oh! Oh, Maki!
And stay down.
Kalina hears a familiar voice coming from above her. She looks up and sees a pair of dolls emerging from hidden positions on the hospital's second floor.
Miss Kalina, are you alright?
Beside Springfield, Macchiato puts away her smoking gun. Both of them jump down from the balcony and approach Kalina.
Springfield? And is that you, Macchiato? Shouldn't you have gone back after being cleared by Nonfa?
Hey, Maple! Thanks for the chungus. Hello everyone. I'm just reading over here. I'm just done with the story. Welcome. Thank you for the raid, Maple. I told everyone we're gonna play that paranormal activity game and I'm gonna die on camera. Hell yeah. I don't even know which... I'm not even sure which one you mean, but yes. I agree. I definitely agree. We also need to play the Fatal Frame remake. The one I sent you a pic with. Oh, I actually didn't check the pic. I mean, I saw it when I was at work, I think. So I have to go back and double check that. But yes, good. Sounds good. That and the Fatal Frame 2 remake. We need to play it. Oh yeah. But yeah, welcome everyone. I'm reading your Frontline too. So yeah, I'm just reading. Sending me to an early grave. Not a skill issue. Not my fault. Anyway, where were we?
This area is very dangerous. There's no telling what might happen next. I'm worried that... Don't worry. We'll be fine, provided Liva and Lena don't report or illegal discharge of firearms to the administration.
I love Fatal Frame, me too. It's so good.
Oh dear, it's a bit late for that. I just reported a case of illegal arms possession by a civilian doll, as well as the use of said firearms without authorization. It's a really serious charge, you know? Eh? Liva? Hey, this is the time to be joking around.
Kalina looks at the two of them, and a worried look crosses her face.
So anyway, why are the two of you still in the white zone? I mean, she must need all the help she can get, right?
After reading between the lines, Springfield smiles in a soothing way.
She knew you all too well. She told me that she was afraid you'd get impulsive and do something stupid, so she asked us to secretly protect you.
Wow, okay.
Protect me? But she's the one who needs the most protection. She's the one who ran off to a dangerous place like a GR Group lab, and then she said don't contact me again. Haven't you realized it yet, Miss Kalina? What? You're doing exactly what the commander did 10 years ago. You mean... 10 years ago in Frankfurt, the commander did what you just did. She tried her best to protect everyone. I'm not that great. I can't bear to watch the people around me in danger and not do anything about it. But that was the same pure mindset the commander had when she set out to save everyone around her. I know I don't have the right to comment on this subject. But as long as your hearts are aligned, why worry about meeting her sooner rather than later? As long as you both walk the same path, then someday you will encounter her again.
A mix of emotions wells up on Kalina's face. She lowers her head, shrouding her face in shadow, as though she doesn't want people to notice the red around her eyes.
I understand. I know I shouldn't be saying this, but sometimes I'm jealous of all you dolls, Springfield. I'm jealous of how you can discard everything and stay by her side. But as for me, I still have responsibilities to bear as a human being. Well, my current self does, at least. And there are still things I can do.
Kalina raises her head. The confusion on her face is gone, replaced by a look of determination.
Springfield, Macchiato, can you help me to send this girl to a safe place? Right now, I'm going to be like the commander.
Ah,
次の目標を教えてください。
that's so cute. Wait, where were... Now that I think about it, where were the logs for this one? I guess we'll see later. Now the last two. Oh, the Elmo Cloud server. Yes. Last one for real. Where are you? Where are we? I mean.
It's been some time since the commander entered the Yard Group building. Monsoon had agreed to check in regularly with Grossa Squad and 404. However, in their previous transmission, Chiloveig had mentioned that they will be going deeper underground with the commander. That meant a very high chance of losing contact with the surface. As such, she had asked Monsoon to be ready for any emergencies which might come up. Sure enough, several minutes after that transmission, both teams' signals had started growing weaker until they vanished entirely.
I completely forgot Yangyu was here. My bad.
What do we do now, Pixies? We haven't heard back from the commander or the others yet, but we also need to be ready to evacuate at any time. Javier, what's the status of the helicopter?
Santaresi has touched down on the nearest satellite city, helipad to the White Zone. The stealth camouflage has been applied. It's ready to go anytime.
Well done. Yangyu, how about your side of things?
The engine is running. Once we pick up the commander, I'll get us to the airport at top speed.
Understood. Looks like all we can do now is wait for Miss Grossa and the others to contact us. But if we can't pinpoint their locations, we can draw up a more concrete evacuation plan. I say we just dig up the entire area and drag up the commander and the others.
I forgot about the abs in phase art. Thank you, artists.
You'll be surprised. I'm pretty good at this kind of manual labor, pulling people out of underground mineshafts and all that. Liv is being evacuated en masse. If we damage the surface, it might affect the withdrawal of the civilians. While ensuring the commander's safety is a high priority, we shouldn't be too aggressive when we don't have a clear picture of the situation. We're in a white zone, after all. Causing too much of a disturbance will end up inconveniencing the commander. Fine. In that case, I'll just have to find them the old-fashioned way.
Monsoon's squad continues discussing their plans for a while longer.
After they're sure that there's no other option than to wait for the commander to contact them, they decide to go searching for her signal. Just then, Faye, who is both highly experienced and perceptive, notices that something is off.
Wait a minute. This feeling. Could it be... What's wrong?
I have forgotten about her face.
Earthquake! Everyone get down!
You can detect earthquakes? What?
Just as Faye says that, a loud rumbling echoes up and down the hitherto peaceful street, and the ground beneath their feet shakes violently. The crowds on the street are knocked to their feet by the sudden tremor, and the entire area is instantly plunged into chaos. However, no fissures open up and no buildings collapse, contrary to Faye's expectations. As she emerges from the dust cloud thrown up by the quake, she realizes that the plants around them are suddenly growing at frenzied speeds. Countless cracks of varying sizes open up on the ground and plants burst forth in a verdant tide. Amidst tangles of thick vines, smaller branches squeeze out and form buds that open up into translucent, gem-like flowers. Such flowers are lovely and flawless, but they fill everyone who looks upon them with terror.
These are... They're the radioactive...
Mixis, I'm picking up a massive spike in ambient radiation levels. Something big is about to happen.
I know these plants. They emit radiation depending on their surroundings. I saw them once during a rescue operation. The people who we tried to rescue ended up... Damn it, what the hell are things like this doing in a white zone? Is this the real aim of that so-called Project Eden?
Upon seeing the bizarre sight before them, the evacuating crowds begin fleeing madly in all directions. Then, as the situation wasn't chaotic enough, even more fissures open up on the ground and several massive shapes emerge through them.
Those are elites. What are they doing here?
I've got some on my side too.
What should we do? Should we engage? Yeah, we don't have a choice. Everyone, Monster Squad will now enter combat. Our objective, eliminate all elites. Help the civilians evacuate while ensuring our withdrawal route is clear. We need to make sure that we can all leave ASAP once the commander and the others come back.
She was a rescue doll? Yeah, but still, you know, like being able to feel earthquakes is like something else. Alright. Deleted. Now there's just these two guys there, I think, yes. Is that just a big frog? Yeah, one of them was a big frog. Is that the classic big frog? Meshti, do your thing again. Thank you so much. Her orbital strikes that make no sense, but you know.
After clearing the threats from the surrounding area, Deja and Faye struggle to their feet.
Jiangyu, how are things on your side?
Okay, I guess. A bunch of elites were trying to attack the fleeing people, so I ran the elites over with the jeep.
of course.
Well done. However, you should be more careful on missions.
She hacked into the deer to mind blast him? Yeah, of course.
Don't worry, Pixies. I can take care of myself.
The immediate crisis has been resolved. However, they still need to contact the commander, who is deep underground, and tell her just how serious things have become. If Liv has been embroiled in a crisis of this magnitude, they need to get her out ASAP, no matter what's going on down there. Because this once flourishing city may become an alien-infested hellhole very soon. In the distance, they can hear army units heading toward the city center. Diane directs Monsoon's squad to take cover and conceals himself to the best of their ability. While Monsoon's squad is technically authorized to bear arms, it's better to avoid unnecessary complications before reestablishing communications with the commander. Just as they're about to try and contact the commander again, there's a massive explosion. It comes from far away and behind them. One, Diane and Faye turn to look at it. What they see through their visual models shocks them to the point where they can't tear their eyes away.
Look, over there!
A column of light is shining up from the surface. Immediately after that, all of Liv is engulfed by the blind radiance. Like a keen blade, it slices through the horizon where dawn and dusk meet. Golden light blooms into a giant flower in the sky. It looks as though the light from before has cut through the heavens themselves. The result resembles an invertebrate whose shell has been cracked open to reveal sinister, gory innards within. The dolls have never seen anything like this before, but for some reason it seems strangely familiar. Then they hear the same breathing whispers in their narrow clouds. The fleeing people all stop in their tracks. They look to the sky, their eyes reflecting the distorted scene on the horizon. Right after that, screams fill the air, making the already disorganized evacuation even more chaotic. The people who see it scatter and flee in all directions. It seems that creepy sight has triggered a fear from the most primal depths of their hearts.
That's...
Faye is the first to come to her senses. She looks at the place where the beam came from. The light seems to be hiding something.
Faye, can you use your scanner function to collect more information on it? It's too far away. But I can try.
Faye activates her scanner module and moves the aim point to the center of the light column. However, the results it yields shock her.
There are vital signs in there. Vital signs?
A bad feeling creeps into Diane's narrow cloud, and she reflexively grasps Faye's shoulder.
Moving closer.
The hole torn in the sky grows larger and larger, and the beam of light grows ever brighter. The sky around it starts turning a brilliant red, like blood spurting from the body of some living creature. Faye looks at the light. As she focuses her vision, she finally manages to make out the shape of the creature surrounded by the radiance.
It's alive.
Hearing this news fills everyone with shock. In the end, Diane gathers her thoughts and makes her final decision.
Since there are signs of life over there, it's very likely that the commander might be there too. Javier, doesn't Teresi to keep the helicopter's engines running and ready for liftoff.
Will do.
Jiangju, bring the vehicle over and follow us to the beam of light.
Got it, Pixies.
We're going to bring Elena and the commander back.
So this is well, everything that was going on with Monsoon. I really like Yangyu. She is very funny. She's very cute. Last one! And now we're done for real. Oh my god. Wait, no, I need to read the logs, but still.
Those damn elites. Is there no end to them? Damn it, out of my way! It's just in front of us!
Diane and Faye try to move against the flow of civilians who are fleeing the city. With great effort, they manage to clear a path through the elite-infested streets. However, the elite density grows the further ahead they move. Soon, they realize that these elites are coming from the direction of the orb of light surrounding Elena.
The elites are coming from there. Looks like things are worse than we thought.
Live's supposed to be a white zone. How could it end up like this? Is everyone in the URNC a bunch of incompetent dorks?
Yes.
Youngyu, have you reached the target location yet?
I'm here!
Can you see what's going on over there?
There are tons of plants growing out of a big fissure on the ground. The elites are all coming out of it.
From underground?
Yeah. I can't believe there's something like that under Live. I wouldn't even know if I will be shocked by this.
Oh, yes. How about Elena? Is there a way to approach her?
Nope. I did a scan just now, and that ball of light around her contains incredible amounts of power. There's no telling what will happen if we approach it thoughtlessly. Plus, it's so high up the ground that you need a chopper to get close.
A helicopter, you say? Xiaohui, can't Teresi help us out here?
Flying into a white zone runs the risk of being intercepted. Diane, it's your call.
There's no point being too cautious at a time like this. Live is in chaos right now, and a lot of big shots are all scrambling to evacuate. I'm pretty certain the military won't have the time to bother with a single civilian helicopter amidst the madness.
Got it. I'll try to contact Miss Dandelion and have her disguise her signal as an ordinary civilian one. But... wait, that sound is...
What happened?
It's coming from the nearby military air bases. Several military helicopters have just taken off. Looks like they're headed towards Liv.
Military helicopters? Is the military going to deploy them against the elites?
No, I highly doubt that. If it was just dealing with the elites, a few spec op units will be enough. I don't know what's going to happen next, but we'd best be ready for it. Attention, all members of Monsoon Squad. Immediately enter the highest level of combat readiness. Apart from Xiaohui, who needs to fly the helicopter into the white zone. All other members will follow the plan and keep our axis of retreat clear. Fei and I will take a shortcut to approach the fissure. Yangyu, find a way to bring the jeep around on the roads. The closer you can get, the better.
Got it.
This mission will be a difficult one, but I'm counting on everyone to do their part.
You got it. I'll cut a path through those elites for the commander and the rest of us.
Yeah, you do that, Faye. Qué buenas interpretaciones. Ay, gracias. Lo intento lo mejor que puedo. That Haley Springfield bot for us is getting a lot of views. Yeah! Orbital strike. Oh no, I gotta wait for more enemies to show up. Terrible.
Engine 起動
任務了解
They're showing up all the way over there, of course. Just moving them for the sake of it. Because I can just orbital strike them with Mesh C. Which is what I'm gonna do. Wait, there's another one showing up? Oh no, there's over there. I didn't see you. Can I reach you? No! No! So close yet so far. Oh, but I can reach you. I'm not sure if I can actually attack you though. Like, can I? Yes, I can.
Big Sis! Yanked you. Is our withdrawal route secure? Yep. There were a few enemies, but I got rid of them. The roads are really torn up though, so I stopped the jeep some distance away. Well done.
Diane pats Yangyu's head in approval. After that, the three of them carefully approach the fissure created by the thick vine and look down the length of the massive creeper.
Big Sis, do you think we can contact the commander from here? I'll give it a try.
Once again, Diane tries to reach Gross's squad at 404. However, the only reply she gets from the terminal is the crackling of electrical static.
Looks like comm signals have been disrupted. Is it because of the high particle density in this place? Yeah, radiation intensity here is off the charts. Looks like the source of this disaster is coming from below this fissure. The Leaf City map says that this area is the property of the Girard Group. It seems they build their R&D labs here. It doesn't look like a lab so much as an experimental mine. They built a lab of this size right underneath Leaf. They've got a lot of balls, I'll give them that. I say we go in there and wreck all their equipment. They will definitely be able to save the commander and Elena.
I really like Faye.
Don't be impulsive. Jiahui, what's your situation?
I'm in Whitestone airspace, but I can't approach any closer.
What happened?
Those helicopters I mentioned earlier, they're all headed toward Elena's position. Before Dayan can react, Yang exclaims and interrupts her train of thought.
Big Sis, look! The vines. They're withering. The radiation intensity seems to be dropping too.
The three of them exchange glances, then look at the sky. As dawn rises, the bloody gash in the sky seems to be slowly healing up, and the beam of light coming from Elena's chest is gradually dimming. What appears to be some kind of grand sacrificial ritual has finally reached its end. Just then, a reply comes through Monsoon Squad's communicators, at long last.
Miss Grassa, finally!
Ah, and that's where it connects. Next in range of orbital strikes. Oh yeah. Now, where is it here? Here, these two. Who's in what animation? to read the summation along with the main story for the consistency. I mean, I was told to read them afterwards, but yeah, I don't think it matters too much. Report 1, Task Force DeFi Contact and Intelligence Gathering Report. Air in charge, Mona. Classification Top Secret. Mission Overview. In accordance with the long-term cooperative agreement between the Stasi and Task Force DeFi, this squad conducted regular intelligence sharing missions at regular intervals and coordinate information regarding the armed uprising in Lviv. Agent Mona established communication with members of Task Force DeFi through encrypted communications channels. The liaison counterpart identification code was confirmed as AK-12. After her identity was verified, the exchange of information began. During the communication, the liaison furnished supplementary information regarding the Lviv incident to Agent Mona. The description of this information indicates that there are significant discrepancies between official records and the intelligence held by Task Force DeFi. Dialogue transcript, partial.
Yo, it's been a while, Miss Mona. How's Mr. Director been doing lately? Oh, didn't he get promoted again? You are currently in a highly adverse environment. We need to complete this information exchange ASAP. Now, don't worry about it. I'll do my best to make it quick and simple. Based on our intel, there has been a distortion in your perceptions. Or rather, that of the world as a whole. You might not remember it, but something huge happened. What? The gate has been opened again. Tell your boss, he'll know what I mean. I'll tidy up the details and send the report over to your terminal. Ah, yes, the two of them will be staying with the commander for the time being. We won't reveal too much about Stasi, so don't worry about it.
Understood. Oh, so these are the ones that, yeah, you shouldn't read these until you finish the story. The stages itself, the stages themselves don't seem like they really matter, but these ones, definitely read them afterwards. And yeah, Moniz is still around. She was mentioned and everything. Key information points follow. Point 1. Task Force DeFi claims that a major class particle contamination incident took place. Point 2. The incident's true perpetrator is the deceased individual ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEE. Note: official records indicate 10 individuals perished in the Frankfurt incident. Point 3. According to witness testimony, some sort of correction phenomenon occurred, causing most people's memories to be rewritten. Point 4. The large-scale energy field fluctuations detected in Lviv have been corroborated by multiple civilian and government agencies and are suspected to be related to this correction phenomenon. Further investigation is underway. Point 5. According to witness testimony, the criminal organization Paradeus is closely linked to this incident. However, relevant data was not submitted and appears to have been destroyed. Point 6. The NONFA intervened and found important stolen equipment in the Paradeus laboratory located in the White Zone city of Lviv. It has been recovered and transferred by NONFA. Intelligence evaluation. Following professional analysis, the above-mentioned information is highly controversial at a theoretical physics level. There is no scientific basis for the reality correction mentioned in the transcript. However, the weather abnormalities during the Lviv insurgents has been verified as having been caused by energy field fluctuation, and the possibility of phenomena beyond the bounds of conventional scientific understanding cannot be ruled out. The liaison demonstrated a high degree of logical consistency and integrity during the communications process. It is recommended that this information be further analyzed. In accordance with the established cooperative agreement, Task Force DeFi has conveyed its willingness to continue our cooperation and agreed to help establish a channel for communication with the target, codename Commander. Follow-up action. Stay in contact, but maintain utmost secrecy. Immediately report any abnormal situations that arise. Assistant Director... It's redacted. But it seems to be 4 letters, assuming the Qs are each a letter. Goddamn quantum physics. I want to say Rami, but isn't she director? But they mentioned something about getting a promotion. So like, I don't know, maybe? That would have been a big spoiler. Yeah, exactly. That's So this is the ones that I was told to like, oh no, you need to read these after the story. I thought the stages themselves were also it, but no, the stages are fine. It's just the documents. Report 2, Non-Military Force Administration Surveillance Report. Agent in charge, Mona. Surveillance target, Nampa Consular Kalina. Classification secret. Mission overview. Following the events of the Leave Arm uprising, a major personnel upheaval took place within the Nampa. Many mid to high-ranking officials were subjected to internal disciplinary review for misconduct. Directed for superior officers. The team performed ongoing surveillance on the key target, Consular Kalina. On the date of 2070-something, the target individual engaged in private, unauthorized communication with the internationally wanted fugitive known as Redactor, operational codename Commander. Analysis of the intercepted transmission indicates that Consular Kalina expressed her support for the fugitive and a willingness to offer assistance. Yeah, I'm like, internationally wanted, okay. Review process. Consular Kalina was placed under arrest and subjected to questioning by Internal Affairs. Her personal communication devices underwent a thorough examination and multiple encrypted messages related to the commander were discovered on them. The NOFA Director Kruger issued a statement on the matter, saying that violations will be dealt with severely. Intelligence violation. Consular Kalina is currently under investigation, and her duties have been temporarily suspended. Internal sources indicate that she firmly believes in the commander's innocence and refuses to admit any wrongdoing. This incident has exacerbated factionalization within the NANFA. Addendum. Consular Kalina's perception of the incident is normal. No indication that she is aware of the reality correction phenomenon was discovered. Attachment. Intercepted partial communications log encrypted. These files were authorized personnel only. You know who doesn't want us yet? They're starting to give time to give them a call. Real. In charge, Mona. Surveillance target, NOFA Director Kruger. Why is it redacted? We know his name. Classification secret. Mission overview. During the Leave Arm uprising, Director Kruger of the NANFA, in his capacity as the individual bringing charges against the Girard Group and the leader of the prosecution against the same, granted the international fugitive known as Operational Codename Commander access to a Whitetown city. Following the terrorist attack in Leave, led by the commander, Director Kruger was placed under internal disciplinary review for misconduct. The investigation was terminated the following day due to a lack of evidence. Intelligence evaluation. Director Kruger claimed complete ignorance of the actions taken by the international fugitive commander. Testimony from involved persons indicate that during the time of the incident, the director was in the middle of negotiations with the GR Group's representative, and no abnormalities were observed during the proceedings. Director Kruger has not made any public statements or comments concerning the fugitive, suggesting some level of dissatisfaction with the findings of the investigation. Addendum. Director Kruger similarly exhibits normal perceptions of the situation. There is no indication that he is aware of the reality correction phenomenon. Intelligence evaluation. Consular Kalina and Director Kruger serve as key government figures during the Leave incident. Both of them have expressed their trust in the international fugitive, albeit in different ways. Based on the testimony of Task Force TIFI and agent assessment, both subjects have recruitment value. In addition, no relevant information regarding the reality correction phenomenon was obtained from Consular Kalina or Director Kruger, further corroborating the unverifiable nature of the incident. Investigation indicates that Mr. Something has recently deployed a large scientific detachment to Leave. It is as yet unclear whether it is related to this matter. Follow-up action. Maintain surveillance. Assistant Director. Wait, sounds like they're keeping surveillance on them with the possibility of recruiting them. That's interesting. Reality correction is a hell of a term. It is. And now the last. There's 3 here. Third generation doll STR-03A482, formerly designated Igla, Neural Cloud Extraction Report. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Department UNRC Ministry of Defense Military Research Institute, Laboratory 3.
Data entry operator Nikolai Voronin. Security level top secret. During the Leave Arm uprising, this laboratory managed to successfully acquire the third generation doll, formerly designated Igla. By order of the MOD General Staff, we performed a comprehensive extraction and analysis of Igla's neural cloud records. When the target's neural cloud was severely damaged, our laboratory used the neural cloud overriding system QNES Beta to perform a destructive extraction of the target records, as ordered by our superiors. During this process, Igla was completely quiescent. During our deep dive into the subject's neural cloud data, our laboratory managed to recover several anomalous neural cloud memory fragments. Analysis revealed discrepancies between these fragments and actual events, and most of them concerned the deceased ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEEEEEEE Girard, who was confirmed to have perished during the Frankfurt bombardment incident in 2064, long before Igla's first experimental activation. Long before. Simulation files of some of the anomalous neural cloud records follow. File 1. Initial encounter between Igla and ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEE Girard. Note, according to the neural records, ORPHELUNEEEEEEEEE Girard was 16 years old during this time. File 2. Igla assisting ORPHELUNEEEEEEEE Girard with her daily life. File 3. Igla attending the inaugural Girard Group Technology Summit alongside ORPHELUNEEEEEEE Girard. Note, the other woman in this file is speculated to be an adult projection of ORPHELUNEEEEEEEE Girard as simulated by Igla's neural cloud. The other woman. The other woman. File 16. Igla protecting ORPHELUNEEEEEEEE Girard during the armed uprising. Subsequently, our laboratory analyzed all the anomalous neural cloud data and discovered a subroutine in the base layer code, linked to an unknown data source. Measurements showed that the frequencies generated by this subroutine were highly similar to certain wavelengths captured during the abnormal weather phenomenon that accompanied the Leave Army uprising. It is suspected that they are related to the relic research being conducted by the Redacted department. Also, this could explain why she kept her logs. For safety's sake, the researchers involved in this data extraction have already backed up the data to a server terminal. We'll perform a secondary extraction analysis within 3 to 6 months in an attempt to find any correlation between them and reality. Based on the final decision of the MOD, our laboratory has decided to dispose of the third generation doll by neutralizing it. The precise methodology is as follows. Igla will be completely decrypted and placed in long-term hibernation. The frame of the third generation doll, Igla, will be moved from this lab to an underground isolation area. The isolation area's EMI screens will be activated to cut off all potential long-range transmissions and sever any connection with the outside world. Its internal self-verification will be deleted and Igla's self-identity will be redefined. This concludes the full content of the neural log extraction report. Once again, we emphasize that the text of this document is classified at the top secret level. All personnel who have contact with this document must adhere to the procedure for handling classified documents of the highest security level. Ahaha! We got another one. She pulled the shortest straw, real. Quasi-full immune individual H35 transport report. Yo, we have another one? Laboratory identification code FRA N5012E915. Observation subject quasi-full immune individual H35. Emergence date doesn't say. His emergence, quasi-full immune individual H35, has been placed under observation at the experimental base. That. This same number. Frankfurt? H35's development has been relatively slow compared to other quasi-full immune individuals of the same type. The subject had not yet developed self-consciousness until around 4 weeks ago. So like full immune, kinda, yeah. On the date update, H35 demonstrated an abnormal reaction during routine vital sign checks. The base's data entry operator immediately performed a full vital sign scan of the subject. The results indicated a significantly increased response to collaboration particles, with an immune response intensity exceeding all previous records for other samples throughout the history of the entire experimental program. After that, the base supervisor immediately contacted the Black Zone Sanctuary. The what? Excuse me, the what? The research team sent research personnel to the base in question and drew up an experimental regime for quasi-full immune individual H35. 1. Collapsed particle endurance test. Radiation dose intensity will be steadily increased to assess H35's maximum dose tolerance. 2. Genomic expression analysis. H35's genome will be sequenced in order to identify any unforeseen mutations. 3. Consciousness separation experiment. Using dissociation techniques to separate H35's mind and body to determine if H35 had been invaded by other consciousnesses. 4. Electroencephalogram response test. Stimulating H35's brain regions with extreme and varied voltage spikes to measure the subject's response speed to various voltages. Blah blah blah. Call up Avernus conference room, we got a new Paradeus base to raid. Avernus 2 Electric Boogaloo. Lovely. Note, some content in the above-mentioned report might be disturbing to viewers, so it has been blurred out. Preliminary experimental results indicate that H35 has a stronger resistance to collapse radiation particles compared to other quasi-full immune individuals. The Black Zone research team has already removed H35 from experimental base FRA 9N50 and begun a long-term observation of H35. Meanwhile, the base and its data have also been dealt with. After taking the special nature of H35 into consideration, the research team has raised its security level to the maximum. All experiments concerning this quasi-full immune individual must be conducted under the strictest possible biosafety measures in order to prevent any possible mutations or spread. I see. And the last one. The last file. H35 is in Melanie, right? No, it seems like this is just an entirely different... Elena. Are we striking it up? We might be. Yeah, Melanie was D something. Anomalous Consciousness Entity K01 Observation Report. Department, Moscow Central Academy of Sciences, Istok Research Institute. Recorder, Professor. Security level Alpha. Elena is 043. Abstract. This report details preliminary observations and analysis of the anomalous consciousness. Preliminary observations and analysis of the anomalous consciousness score recovered during the Leap incident. Codename K01, formerly known as Chiloveig. Given the destruction of its original brain vessel, this consciousness has been successfully transferred to a new experimental frame. Oh no, not again. Observation logs. Subject K01 exhibited a highly unstable mental state within 72 hours after awakening, displaying cyclical patterns of mania and dormancy, with multiple logic errors being detected in her biological functions simulation systems. Yeah, anomalous consciousness score. I'm like, okay. It's touching analog horror levels. I love it. During her dormant phases, subject K01 will spend extended periods staring at blank white walls, her lips moving silently as though she was having a conversation with a non-existent partner. High-definition audio capture allows us to discern frequently repeated words like gate, key, and bless one. During its manic phases, the subject will emit shrill, inhuman laughter and attempt to break her restraints. There was no discernible logic to her aggressive behavior, which seemed like simple emotional outbursts. Initial conclusions. Observations show that subject K01 is highly fixated on the concept of Orphelune Girard. She frequently mentions the girl who closed the gate, and demonstrates an intense desire to destroy and analyze their concept, rather than simply hatred. He does not seem to understand the rules which led to her rejection and attributes it all to this Orphelune Girard. I must find her, Subject K1 screamed during one of her manic phases. Even if she's become data and melded with that domain, I'll drag her out. I'll tear her apart and find out exactly what's inside her. Why did it have to be her? Why did it have to be someone who was so stupid she needed me to teach her math? Final evaluation and suggestions. Although Subject K01 has suffered a complete mental breakdown, her memories hold incalculable research valuable as the only known blessed one consciousness entity who has entered Nirvana and been affected by it. Her madness is not necessarily an impediment, but a potential non-logical alternative course to understanding the rules which govern the gate. Addendum: investigation into the Leap incident will need to be reopened. Oh. So yeah, she got God. Lunasa really struck her core by denying her. Yeah, she was not happy. Give me cloud pieces, please. So yeah, that means only 3 entities, people. Remember Orphelune. This doesn't make me want to nuke the URC any less. Real. Thank you for the hydrate. My god, I need it. Anyway, let's go back to my wife here. Oh yeah. I'll get back here. Antarctic Union, please. Imagine doing a sacrifice for an eldritch god and being said, "Nuh-uh." Do you expect you'll do some bounties for cloud pieces? Mayhaps. You patch it right up. But man. It's peak, I'm afraid. I'm afraid that it's peak. And we managed to finish with enough time for me to rest. It was cinema. Now we know why this event is important. Oh yeah. Absolute cinema. Now next week we should be doing Linus event. I expect that also to be peak because of all the Deep Oblivion shenanigans that happened. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check your meme on Discord. It's beautiful. I love it. Are we ready for Operation Butterfly again? Oh boy, are we ready? Yeah, we're all caught up now when it comes to Frontline until next week with the new event. But that's a character event, so it shouldn't be this long. But it will have pain once more. All the story doubters are story believers now. Yeah, it took them forever, but finally we're here. At long last. Next event is gonna get personal indeed. Oh yeah, I am so Butterfly Part 2. No, please. I am so not ready for Linus event. I have no idea what it's about, but I am scared. I am afraid. I am so afraid. But we shall be there, reading. I saw some people were complaining Lane skin is boring. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. I might be ugly crying. I'm probably gonna be ugly crying.
I remember when Deep Dive came out, I actually called out of work on that day to play Deep Dive. And then a lot happened on that day, but it was truly an eventful day for me. Be fully prepared for her event? I fear. The first second of the trailer was enough. I have not seen the trailer. I am scared, but I probably will watch it later. If I was the boss, I would have given you a week off. Hell yeah. If I do have more normies than one, so yeah. Yeah, it did reach a somewhat wider audience. It's still pretty niche though, but you know. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being around! I'm also gonna go because I need a... The scene 3D hurts so much. I'm not ready. But yeah, I'm also gonna go because my throat hurts. So I'm not gonna continue talking. I should really just shut up. So yeah, next week I still don't know what I'll do. I mean, other than Lenny's event on the weekend. During the week probably will continue reverse. But reverse 1999 I mean. But for now, yes. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you enjoyed the peak. Remember to stay safe, stay hydrated, take care of yourselves. And I'll see you guys next time. So bye bye.